And now as I'm coming back from Asia and I'm looking what's happening in Washington, D.C., Chicago, and of course, the breaking news of this new footage we have of the stabbing murder of the 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee, Irina Zarutska, a young white lady who was stabbed to death by a black criminal, by a complete stranger on a train in Charlotte. Now, you might have not seen this footage yet. This is becoming national news, and the left is doing everything they possibly can not to talk about it. The media is very uncomfortable about this story. If you watch this video, this guy was sitting minding his own, she was minding her own business. He was minding her own business. She was also dressed in like baggy clothes, comes up, takes out a knife, stabs her to death. 14 times he was previously arrested. 14 times. 14 times. He comes up and just stabs her to death. Situations like this are a nearly daily occurrence in our cities. And I'm coming back from two nations, Japan and South Korea, that are poorer than us, that are not as populous as us, and their cities are not just safer, they are different planetary realities. As if I went to Saturn and we live on Mars. We do not have to live this way. You can create a society and a culture where you can get on a train or a subway and not be Irina Zarutska and get stabbed to death in the neck because some black criminal decides, I'm just going to go do it. 14 times he was previously arrested. And all of the Koch brother funded liberal criminal justice BS is the reason why guys like him are still on the streets. 14 times. Let's put this back up on screen. And Irina Zarutska, why did she come to America? She was fleeing violence in Ukraine. It turns out it's more dangerous on subways in Charlotte, North Carolina than a war zone in Ukraine. The Associated Press wrote 0 stories about this over the weekend. PBS, New York Times, NPR, Wall Street Journal, BBC, CNN, Washington Post, Reuters, MSNBC, 0 stories. Now they're finally fixing that, but the stories they're writing, like this repulsive headline from Axios this morning, the gruesome attack of the fatal knife attack in Irina Zarutska on a light car rail in Charlotte, has MAGA influencers seeking to elevate the issue of violent urban crime. Oh, this is all about MAGA influencers now? Oh, it's not about the fact that a white Ukrainian refugee was murdered just because she was white. Everybody knows that, obviously. Stabbed to death. And by the way, the other sick part, which has now become the new urban way, everyone just kind of sat around and didn't administer first aid for 90 seconds. Just glued to their phones. We don't have to live this way. She survived a war but couldn't survive progressive criminal justice reform. We should be more like Seoul in Tokyo. We'll be right back.